All right, so today we'll be doing a residential building. Now, to find reference to the image that we're drawing, it's on page 327 within the drafting principles and design. If you don't have the book, we'll be sending you a digital copy of the image within our Google Classroom. Okay, so with this residential building, we have a living room, dining room, kitchen, a washroom, one bedroom, well, two bedrooms, one bedroom which is a master suite. Also, the other bedroom is a separate bedroom with its own bathroom as well. The utility closet close by, a porch, and a carport as well. Okay, so for those of you who weren't here last class to do our floor plan, within this video I'm going to show you how to do the floor plan as well as we're going to see if we can do the introduction to doors one time. Okay. So we're going to open Flow Plan Creator, create a new drawing. Now there are a few settings we have to check before we start our drawing. The first one, we have to click settings, change the units to millimeters, make sure it's millimeters, go back. Then we have to go to project, ensure that the exterior wall is 100, the interior wall is also 100. Now be mindful that in some cases the wall thicknesses could change for interior as well. Okay, so sometimes they will ask you for, let's say, exterior of 150, interior of 100. Again, we wouldn't be bothering about that today, but today both our walls are 100 millimeters thick. And the wall fill, we're going to change it to black. Click OK. Then we're going to go back to our drawing space. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. At least 11 rooms to draw here today. So the first room we'll be drawing is our washroom, which is at the top right hand corner. Take the square, place it in, put in the dimensions 3,700. 3,700. Right. Now, please remember to type in OK when you finish writing the numbers. So you could go through 51500. Okay. So that there's our washroom. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened there. Our next room is our bedroom. So that's 4,200. Okay. 420. By 2800. Now we're going to attach that to the washroom. And we have our bedroom, which is the bathroom. 2,500. 2500. I'm not too sure why this is doing that, but by 1800. Attach it to the building. Then we have the utility room. By 1100. Okay, so this will be attached to this portion here. All right. Next room in line is the dining room, 3,700. That goes underneath the washroom on our left, on our right, on our left, sorry. So we have 3700 by 3 zeros by 3 zeros. Oops. I will move it over to this side over here. Attach it right there. Then we have a kitchen, which is so level. Okay. So I will pause it. Then we have another bathroom underneath. Two, two, 500. Okay. Let me see. Now, for this room that we're about to draw here, for those of you who have reference to the textbook, you're going to realize that that small corridor area, it has room 11 that says 1,700 millimeters. Okay, then you're going to see a little symbol that represents a square. Now, that square symbol means that that room is 1,700 millimeters on both sides, meaning length and height, or width and height in this case. All right, so anytime you see a square, it means that the room, well, if you see a room with that looks like a square and has a symbol with a square next to it, it means that the what dimension that they have there applies for all sides of that room. Now, if you realize I'm not, when I'm bringing my square rooms into the drawing space, I'm not attaching it to the images like this because if I was to do this and then try to move it, you're going to see it takes away from that portion. So, just in case you probably didn't know, the reason why I'm moving my rooms away from it is so that it doesn't make that change to what we already have existing. So this one here is bedroom 6. So the dimensions for this one is 4,400. 440. I'll be patient with this thing just in case you're having difficulties like I am in touching the interface. 3,800. Okay, I'm applying for the bottom here. Now I see a little problem, but we'll leave it there for now. Within the floor plan, the original floor plan, there isn't this space here. So what I'm going to do is shift this room towards the edge. Then I'm going to maximize the width of this room into the other. So it looks like this. Alright, now moving on to the living room. Bring in another room, 6,900 by 4,900. Now this here, just need to be attached right there. Let's double check the measurements. 6,900 by 4,900. So right away, see we have a problem. This room here is 3,700 by 4,000. This room here is okay, 3,000. Okay. So it means that this room here is a little bit too big. So I'm gonna undo. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep the measurement of this side, minimize this section, and see how it fits within the frame now. Alright, oopsie. Here is move this a little bit. Alright, so the room here has to be shorter. I'm gonna move this across like this. Okay, I'll move it like this for now. I'm gonna bring this up one. I'm gonna continue this across till it touches that end. So the only room that isn't accurate as is within the floor plan is the living room. Okay? And from there we're gonna put our corridor in the center. We can keep that space like that. I'm gonna bring this in. I'm gonna make a very small room. Very small. Bring it across. This is what we don't want. So undo. Move across this space. Alright, and from there, I'm gonna just maximize it. Like that. Alright, what else? And there's a little porch in the bottom right hand corner and a carport within the center. So for the porch, we have to alter the size of the window. It says that. So the distance in this direction is 370. Sorry, wrong one. 37. Okay. By 800. Oops. Made the alteration there on the room. So again, ladies, just be mindful to select the room when you're making the changes, okay? The correct room. Don't be like me. Alright? Now, there's a particular angle in this section of the building. I'm not too sure how we're going to go about doing that. So, hold on. So, first of all, we're going to switch this to balcony. And okay. So, because we can't make any alterations to it, we're going to leave it as it is for now. Yeah. So, for the balcony within the front, I'm going to leave it as a rectangle. And just place it in the corner here. Alright. So, we have our porch, living room, corner area, utility room, bathroom. We also have a washroom in the back here, and probably laundry, dining room, kitchen, master bathroom, a corner area because there's a walkway from this portion here into from the kitchen, like a pass through there and come into the corridor opening here, which in turn will allow you to enter this bedroom here. So this is the basic outline of our floor plan. Now, today's topic will be doing doors. All right. So basically, doors are spaces, or door spaces, or spaces within the walls that we use to enter or exit a particular room. Okay. Doors have two functions. One, to enclose or to cause a barricade so that to separate elements. Also, it also is used for ventilation, so to allow ventilation and light to enter a room as well. Okay, so as most of you would know, or you have seen or encountered a door in your life when you enter your own room at home, or let's say if you were to go out, to enter a workspace or any sort of space or any room, you have to open a door. All right. This just applies for buildings, but also applies for like things like cars, etc. Okay. Now, as you learned last class, we have external walls and we have internal walls. External walls are basically the walls that surround the perimeter of the building. Okay. So anything that is faced with the outside outdoor elements like rain, sun, snow, hail, anything. Okay. And then you have the internal walls, which are on the inside of the building, which basically separates or partitions the rooms. Okay. Now, just like how there are internal and external walls, there are also internal and external doors. Okay. So write this down, please. External doors are doors that are obviously around the perimeter of the building. So anything that allows you to enter into a space from the outside is considered an external door. Okay, so if you're in your house and you're looking at your living room door or your kitchen door right now, those are external doors. Now, internal doors are doors within the building that allows you to enter into a space. So in this case, we have a corridor here, we have a bedroom here. Most likely, we're gonna have a door to barricade or to allow privacy from this area seen into this area. So if we have a door there, you know, it's considered an internal door. Now, sizes of doors may vary according to where it's being placed or what the person wants. So, for example, there are doors that are 2 feet wide or 600 millimeters wide. Now, if you're drawing a house or drafting a house for a client who's, let's say, they're big, you know, very broad, thick family, if I may say. All right, you wouldn't design any room within the house to have a 2 feet with distance. That's not feasible because again, remember your clients are big. Okay, so even though let's say 2 feet wall, 2 feet doors, sorry, are allowed within buildings, doesn't you have to consider the fact that because of your clients with their size, you can't allow that. Okay, so you have to go for a little wider in most cases. Same thing applies for, let's say, the person has a disability, they're using a wheelchair. None of your spaces within your building should be less than 3 feet if the person uses a wheelchair. All right. Now, the measurements I'm about to give you today varies according to, client specifications, the purpose of that particular building. You have to consider all these when you're designing doors within your houses. Okay. So, just to keep note, external doors are usually doors that are the widest within the house. Okay. So, external doors, doors that allow you to enter into a building, are usually the widest doors. Again, in most cases, not all the time, but in this case, we're going to see that for the record. Okay. Now, the width of external doors are 900 millimeters, or should be a minimum of 900 millimeters. So again, 900 millimeters or 3 feet for external doors. Okay. Internal doors, so these are doors that are on the inside of the building, can be anything less than 900 millimeters. Okay. Again, this may vary according to the specification or how you're designing it. In most cases, if you're given a size door, then you have to work with what you're being given. Okay. So again, minimum size of external doors shouldn't be no less than 900 millimeters or 3 feet, and internal doors can be anything less than 3 feet or 900 millimeters. Okay. Now, the minimum size doors in terms of what we produce and we could go in a hardware store and buy are 2 feet doors. Now, 2 feet doors are doors that are used for closets to enter small rooms, let's say a small storage room, utility room, where you may have, let's say, your main switch within the house. All right. Those rooms that are not accessed as often, all right, like storage rooms, these rooms are 2 feet wide. That's the door. Those, yeah, the door sizes are usually 2 feet wide. Okay. Now, in this case, we may not have any rooms that will allow us to use a 2 feet door or 600 millimeter door. All right. Now, in other cases, like doors to enter the bedroom, doors to enter the bathroom, usually those are 2 feet 4 inches or 2 feet 6 inches. Again, all varies according to the space that you have. All right. Now, the size of doors that we have, which are standard throughout, are 2 feet. Well, 2 feet doors, 2 feet 4 inches, 2 feet 6 inches, 2 feet 8 inches, 2 feet 10 inches. 3 feet doors, and you make it 3 feet 6 inches as well. All right. Again, you can also customize doors as well according to the space. Let's say you built a house, you didn't consider the spacing, and let's see the door space is smaller or is not the standard. Basically, you could get someone to customize a door. So, for example, like St. Louis could ask them to customize a door for you. All right, and then they can do that for you as well. Okay, so with that being said, let's tackle include doors. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention: arches. Okay, the arches are basically spaces within the walls. So whereas the door spaces accommodate doors, arches are just an open space within the wall that allows you to enter one room from the next. Okay, so because of current floor plan, our current floor plan doesn't have any wall, well, door sizes. We're gonna use our discretion and create our own doors within the space. All right. So in order to do so, you need to go to doors and windows. So again, over here, click on the arrow. You have doors and windows, and you can see the variety of doors that we have here. Now, if you did the assignment that was given to you week before, you would know that this is a regular swing door. This here is a window. This here is a opening or an arch, in this case, in a wall. This one here is a double door. This one here is a garage opening. We don't have any garage within this floor plan, so you don't have to worry about that. This here is a roller. So those something like a barn door, basically. That's what it is. Um, this one here is a sliding door. So for those of you who know those sliding glass doors, this is what you use. This one here is also a sliding door, but it's a one-panel sliding door. So usually, if you look on Pinterest, or if you into let's say interior design, you'll realize a lot of people use these sliding doors within, let's say, to enter the bathroom or let's see the pantry area. Then this here is a folding door. Now, I remember these were very popular in the past. I'm not too sure if it's popular now, but people usually used to use them for their closets. Okay, you can also use them for entrances and entrances into living rooms as well. They have full glass folded doors that they sell as well. This one here is a full and a double. It also was a closet door as well. Then this one here is a pocket door. Now these doors go into the wall. So for example, the space in between the wall, the door slides into it. Alright, so like this little black space here. Door basically slides into the wall. Now you can do it with a wall structure, but it's easier when you do it with wooden structure buildings. And this one here is a double pocket door. So where you have two doors that slide into the wall basically. So based on our drawings, we know that we have a double folding door within the living room. So you just select the door and you just move it within the space like that. Now automatically you can see that the door size here, hold on, what should I get this? The door size here is 750 millimeters. Now, right there, you know that that space is too small. Now, even though we were to change it to, let's say, 900, there's nothing wrong with that. But remember, 900 is just the size of one door. But here we have two doors. So in this case, you have to double that measurement, which will give us 1800. Click OK. And that will be a reasonable size for a fold-in door within the living room. Okay, I have to move it. All right, so let's just change that. 190, sorry, 180. Okay. All right. Then we also have an entrance from the carport, which is there, into our living room. Now for that door, again, you can use a regular swinging door and place it in this corner. Now, as you can see, it says that the door size is 1,800. Now, in this case, the door size can be 900. Okay? You can also use 1,000 millimeters for those doors as well. But for this one, we're going to keep it at 900. All right. Now we'll be moving on to the bedroom, the master bedroom, which is this section here. I'm going to place the door within that space. And we're going to see that the distance of that door is 850, 8,850, sorry. And then within the bathroom, I'm going to place another door. And that door will be 850 as well. Now I'm trying to see if I can rotate the door so that it's swing towards the wall, but currently not doing that. I'm gonna come back to that later. Now, in order for us to enter this corridor space, in order for it to enter the master bedroom, we need a space between these two rooms here. So in this case, we can create an opening by placing it there. And the opening could be 850, it could be 900. Again, I'm going to leave it up to you to choose whichever distance that you want. Alright, I'm going to stick with 900. I'm going to move it a little bit towards the center like that. And then from there, we're going to, oops, alright. And then we're going to move on to this portion up here. There's another card up here. I'm going to select it, make a clone, and move that clone upwards. Again, 900. And I'm going to try to allow it to jam up the wall like that. So this is how it is. Now there's also a corridor from, not corridor, sorry, there's also an opening from the living room into the kitchen. So take another opening, place it here. It's somewhere within the center. So just find the center. You're gonna see these little dashed green highlighted lines. That's when you know you have your center. Then we're gonna move up to the dining room and washroom. I'm gonna put a regular swinging door to enter. Alright, from there we're gonna move to the bedroom. I'm gonna I'm gonna change that door size to 850 and not 900. So 850. Yeah. And then this one here, utility room. We have the utility room and then we have the bathroom. So I'm going to place the door within this corner here, as well as place another door within this section here. Anything else? I'm not too sure why I'm only moving the living room. So we have that. Oh, we need to have a corridor space there as well. change it to 900. And so far, if you look at our building, you're going to realize that we basically have an entrance into all the rooms that are available. Okay, so let's try to walk through our house. We enter from the carport into the living room. We have our porch area here. We have our living room here. I'm not too sure why this room is always moving. So we can enter the living room into the kitchen, from the kitchen into the corridor space, into the master bedroom, from the master bedroom into the bathroom. We can come back out from the kitchen into the dining room, from the dining room into the washroom, from the washroom. Ooh, we're missing a corridor space right here as well. So there we go. So corridor space from here to walk. Well, an arch from here to enter the corridor. From the corridor, we can enter the utility room. Okay, why is this thing doing that? I'm not sure why. From there, we can enter the utility room. From the utility room into the bathroom, back out, and we can enter the bedroom as well. As far as my eyes can see, I don't think we've missed out anything, but we have all of our spaces now. Now, if you notice, some of the doors, for example, like this one here, this one here, this here, it's not in the right position. All right. So, in the case that you have a door like this, okay, so a door from the corner enter into the bedroom. By right, the door should swing into the bedroom and not into the corridor. Because if you were to do so, so let's say, for example, someone was walking here and the person from inside this bedroom was coming out. And let's say the baby was running along this corridor here. And then you open up that door, what's going to happen? The baby is going to slam into the door. Now, in that case, you should try your best to minimize traffic when entering and exiting a public area. All right. So traffic and or any obstructions, sorry, not traffic. So in this case, this door here will be an obstruction. Now I was trying to rotate it. I was trying. So let's see if we can do this again. I was trying to rotate the door, but it wasn't working. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So I just moved it into that section. So the best position for the bedroom door is for it to swing inside of the room. Okay. Next one is this door here. Select the door space. Okay. Again, you don't want the door. This here is a door. You don't want the door to swing into the arch area. Again, same scenario. In case somebody is running towards it, you slam the door into their face. You don't want that. So you're gonna move the door to this side of the room. And again, it's better if you allow your doors to swing against a wall than into an open area. Not sure why this is always happening, but we can always undo it. Same thing for this particular door. Zoom in, move it, that's it. Same thing again. Let's see if we have any other changes. For this one here, it's in the right position, so we don't have to worry about it. For this door here, we select it and we move it towards the side. Now the external door, again, you don't want to swing on the inside, all right, just in case someone is passing within the area. So it's best as if you pull it on the outside. I'm going to come back to that door just now. This door here is okay as well. And as far as my eyes can see, okay, this door here. So for this particular door, what we're going to do is move it upwards and against the wall. Okay. Now, let's talk about the external door and the direction in which it swings. All right. Now, for the external doors, it's best that we allow those doors to swing outwards. All right. Now, in the case of an emergency, it's best that you allow external doors to swing outwards so that when the traffic is leaving that room, the door will not obstruct. Okay. So, for example, let's say if you were to move the orientation of the door to the inside like this. Okay. Let's tilt it a bit so we can get a little bit, we can understand it better. So just imagine there are 5 people within this room here. Let's say 6, 7. We'll put 8 persons. All right, 8 persons within this room. Now, the first person to get to the door is trying to open the door in an emergency. So, for example, let's say an earthquake. All right, they don't know what to do within the building. All they know the building is shaking and they want to get outside. Now, because that room is shaking, they're going to try to run towards the door. The first person is going to pull the door, trying to open it. But then we have all the other persons jamming against that person to try to help open the door as well with the panic that they're experiencing. Okay? Worst case scenario, door closes with all the force that's being placed on the door, which is here. Worst case scenario. Okay? Door closes, person stay inside, roof collapse under them, all of them dead or badly injured. Okay? So, in the event if you were to rotate this door now onto the outside, alright, they open the door, they push it outward, and then they could run out, and everybody else can escape freely before any other, let's say, debris or anything was to fall from the ceiling. Alright? So, please keep that in mind when you're doing your doors, not for just the outside of the or not just the outside of the building, but also the inside of the building. Because again, so for example, like bedroom area, like we spoke about the child running in the corridor, it's best that you swing the door on the inside because if you were to swing on the outside, most likely it can hit somebody who is walking within the corridor. All right. Now, based on our principles, it states that we should have 2 doors, exits and entrances within our building. We have 2, but the only thing is that I don't feel comfortable with this kitchen having just 1 door. So what we're gonna do, hold on. What we're gonna do in the future is to put an extra door here. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as is. Okay, because when we get to kitchen arrangements, I would like us to, try a few arrangements and then if necessary, if you think you want to put a door within that kitchen area, that you can. But in this case, it's not necessary. So, ladies, I'm asking you please to complete this particular flow plan for our next class, and then from there, we'll be moving on to windows.